Welcome back. Now that your chicken's around 6 months old, you may be submerged in eggs. Big eggs, little eggs, blue eggs, brown eggs. From quail, ducks, and chickens, I've got some eggs. On the counter, in baskets, and in the incubator, I've got so many, I need a mediator. For months there's been nothing, for months there's been nix, and now with the surplus I've been making eggy cake mix. If you've been drowning and need an egg lifesaver, I've got delicious ideas that your family will savor. After fried and scrambled, try a souffle, and serve an omelet as an appetizing entree. Try frozen and fermented, and of course frittata. These are a few ideas your family's just gotta. Hide them in pumpkin pies, try poached and pickled. They will have you feeling delighted and tickled. Serve a party eggs that are pungently deviled. They'll be devoured as the gathering reveled. Casseroles and quiches are another trick. Be careful with nog, as it could make you sick. Hard and soft boiled are great for egg salad. They make your homestead's kitchen even more valid. Hide them in bread, soups, and Spanish flan. Good luck with your egg problem, and go egg on. Just as you start getting used to this wonderful egg influx, at around 18 months it's going to come to a halt. That usually happens in the fall, but not always. At this time, your birds are going to start to molt. This is when they lose and replace their feathers. During these weeks, they will not lay. Another reason why your chickens may stop laying is if they become broody. This is when the hay daydreams of having babies, which isn't going to happen unless you have a rooster, and they have mated. And speaking of roosters, did you know that rooster is shorthand for roosting bird? It was preferred by the uptight Puritans to that other word that means male chicken.
Cock.
And the word cock is innocent enough. It's an echoic word from cock-a-doodle-doo. So grow up. To break the broody cycle, stop it as soon as possible. If broody, the hen will go into a trance and start sitting on the eggs for much of the day. Therefore, gathering eggs daily is important. You can also break the broodiness by keeping that specific female away from the nest box for a day or two. I've also broken broodiness by placing fertile eggs under a broody hen. I placed fertilized duck eggs under chickens before, and the hens raised them as if they were their own. It's fun to watch on the first day as the ducklings hatch and they head straight for the water bowl and dive in, and you can see the mother hen shuddering. Chicken laying cycle is synced up with the photo period. The more light, the more they lay. So in the winter, you'll find that they stop laying altogether. Chicken manure, once composted, is a valuable resource for your vegetable and ornamental gardens. Chickens are also great at eating pests and weeds. Gardening with chickens can be valuable, especially if you set boundaries. When checking the excavated yard, I think, should there be a work permit? The chickens work incredibly hard, but if I twist my ankle, I'm gonna throw a fit. Chickens seem to have a knack for finding plants that are about to bloom, and then they kill them like the zodiac, and the garden remains all gloom and doom. I value their effort, I really do. Knowing a chicken's purpose can be dual is when I had a breakthrough, and I promise I'm not trying to be cruel. But there are vast canyons where I had a lawn, and there are quite a few craters. My newly planted seedlings are gone, and the chickens would taste great with some taters. This last valley led to an expletive shout. Seeing my plants upturned, I cried. Gardening is not working out, so I guess we'll try you fried. Whether you keep birds for meat, eggs, or both, you might notice your flock fluctuating over the years. This is due to natural deaths, predators, new acquisitions, and eggs hatching. And this is where poultry math comes in. The ticks were outrageous, and chickens are courageous, so I started with a few. The chickens multiplied and their eggs satisfied as they worked hard as the ground crew. While there's no more bloodshed on this pest-free homestead, the chickens worked great, who knew? Chicken math is not restricting, as animals can be addicting, and now I've got some that go moo. When adding birds to your existing flock, it is best to do the introduction slowly. I keep my new birds in a separate run for a few days. Then, 30 minutes before nightfall, I let them out to interact and, yes, clash with my existing flock. The next day, I let them out 1 hour before dusk. I extend their access for one more day to an hour and a half, and on the next day, they are free-range for the entire day. I do not interject, as I find the more I impede, the longer the process of establishing the pecking order becomes. Establishing the pecking order can be a bit dramatic. Chickens are not particularly democratic. They have no interest in consensus-based decisions. In the beginning, there are several pecking collisions. This is how they know if they outrank their peers, and it's been this way for several thousand years. It's a bit authoritarian by our ideals, but could you see a chicken going to the Court of Appeals? The pecking order is the way chickens govern themselves. Be thankful we don't peck anyone ourselves. I have been raising poultry for over 20 years. I love interacting with them and enjoy watching them explore the yard and intermingle. Adding new birds or breeds is always exciting. I hope you find chicken keeping as entertaining and enjoyable as I do.